Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the KONTAINEROZ podcast. The podcast is sponsored by Port Pro, the leading operating system for drayage carriers. Schedule a demo today at portpro.io, and don't forget to mention KONTAINEROZ for 10% off. Episode 33, we got Kevin Fleming in the house, owner of KKG Intermodal.
Yeah, that's me, man.
That's
what's
you.
going on with y'all, bro? How y'all doing today, man? To my KONTAINEROZ family.
How you doing? Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate you for having me, man.
Let's get into it. Can you share a little bit about you with the viewers, the listeners?
Man, I'm just a little driving trucks for a while, just like anybody else. Been doing it for about 20 years. Just trying to make a living, man. Best way I can.
So how did you end up in drayage?
Oh, man, I ended up in drayage, man. I was working for Martin for a very long time, man. I was working for them, and I was doing the rail. Okay. I did the rail for a while, and I got fired from there. So after I left there, I went to what's the green truck people name? They're in here in Gardena. Well, I worked for those guys. I did a lease-on program with them.
Okay.
And I worked for those guys for a while, and the same thing happened. They ended up firing me for dropping a container that the person that I was working for didn't manage to put it in the system. So they let me go. But it was all right, man. I learned a lot. And after that, I went and purchased my own truck and just got on that way.
So just had to be your own boss, huh?
I had to try something else out, man, because with a lot of people, these people are paying you, man. It's crumbs, man. You can make it, but it's only so far you can go. You know what I mean? You won't be able to take it to the next step that there is,
And one small mistake, you're fired.
Yeah, and there's always one mistake. It's not 2 or 3 or 4, but it's pretty cool, though, because even though you do have a Class A, you can go anywhere and get a job fast. As long as you pass the backgrounds and all those things. It's pretty fast to get a job, man, once you have a Class A. I put a lot of people on to get a Class A, maybe about 7 of my friends, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities in this. A lot of learning to do, though.
Yeah, right? Definitely a lot of learning. A lot of driving hours, too.
Hopefully we all learn a little something today.
Oh, yeah, we'll learn something. Mm-hmm. It's all a game.
So, right now, as it is, what's your favorite thing about trucking?
Well, my favorite thing about trucking, man, is definitely not the port. But, but my favorite thing about it is, man, just being alone. You know what I mean? Being by yourself and just going to meet customers and not really fully engaged. Just do a drop and go. It's pretty easy, very easy actually.
Right now, how what's your operation look like at the moment? What you got going on with that?
Well, we're doing pretty good right now. I have a few accounts, but the biggest problem is the chassis right now, man. They're screwing all of us with the chassis, really, really. And you can't lease them. You can't do anything. Like right now, I have 6 chassis that are leased out with the company, and they keep sending me bills for a wrong number as far as like the payment that is due. So I'm having to go back and forth with them, but they really just want the chassis back so that they can charge a full percentage of what the regular price is on a chassis. Because today's rate, I think, is like $38 or something like that. And what I'm paying is way below all that. So they've been trying to get in contact with me, and I've been fighting them and going back and forth with those people.
They want to go back on the agreement or what?
Yeah, they want to go back on the agreement and try to go up on my price, basically.
Yeah.
So,
but they want you to screw up, so it doesn't seem like they
want
breach.
you. What they want you to do is not pay your payment on time. And if you don't pay your payment on time, then they send the repo people to come get your chassis. So
there's chassis repo people?
Yes, man. There's things on your chassis that if you're leasing out through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't think of that. Like a chassis repo man.
You know? They come to your yard and they'll tell you if it's on something.
Mm-hmm.
They'll wait and flip you, and you gotta go.
Wow. I hadn't heard of that one. The chassis repo man.
Yeah, because I'm not able to probably say it, but they're around the corner from where our yard is at. Our yard is pretty close.
Okay. Well, yeah, definitely. A lot of people are having problems with the equipment. You could have all the loads in the world, but if you ain't no chassis,
You
might
can't
as
do
well have
nothing.
nothing.
Exactly, man. And
Right.
they've been doing that for a while, man. Like, remember, like about 4 or 5 years ago, before the pandemic, when when there wasn't a place you couldn't return a chassis to. So now all of a sudden, you can't even get a chassis. Like, it's yeah.
Yeah, I wish I understood more of what's going on as far as like the stuff that doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
Like the ship gets priority. There's chassis then, or the ones you see stacked up. Like to see that whole process, like how it works, so we could get in there. You know.
And that was the reason why I went and leased chassis, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to, even though I only have one truck, I knew I wasn't going to be able to get in and get out as fast as I would if I leased a chassis.
Yeah.
You know, so because even when I was doing the port chassis, I was never going to the line to go to drop the empty off. I was always putting it on wheels. I never did it.
Never.
Never, bro. And I never got a bill for it. It's knock on wood. So,
Oh man.
so yeah.
Do you think that's unnecessary? That's extra work, or like, you just didn't want to waste time?
No, you can't waste time being a one man band.
Yeah.
If you get caught up in, look, as long as I've been working for the port, I have never been able to get a daytime appointment. Never. And I have my own scat code. I have everything. I have never been able to get a daytime appointment. All my appointments are after 8. No matter what I'm doing, no matter what I have, anything, it's always after 8.
Did you come in with full, all in concessions agreement and all
Yes.
that stuff? When you came in, was the appointment system already in place, or did you get to experience how it was before?
No, my wife actually experienced when there wasn't no appointments, and now with the appointments, you're screwed. Like, I don't like the appointments, really, honestly. I think you should be able to come and go as free as you want to, because they're putting a time limit on your last free day, and then they make you schedule an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
So with those two going along, man, it's not going to work out. So it's real bad.
Why do you think they came up with that appointment system?
To make money.
It's not, you don't think it's to help so that
It's
we
not
can
helping.
have an
It's
assigned
not-
time?
It's not helping us at all, man. It's actually draining. I don't know, because I never ever been able to get a daytime appointment. For me, at nighttime I've struggled sometimes. Sometimes if I get an appointment at 8 o'clock, I know at 9:30 that they're going to lunch. So if I don't get my container by 9:30, I'm leaving, going to the next appointment. I can't just sit there and wait for them to come back from lunch after they took 2.5 hours. By that time, the day is over almost. You know what I mean? So, and they really, some ports, they work good at night, but some they don't. It's very stressful.
So you mentioned you have one truck,
Yeah.
and is it a lot of people think you gotta have a giant fleet to make it, but what is everyone has a different definition of success, or what works for them it might not work for me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what obviously you're doing pretty good for yourself and your family, so it is possible to make it with one truck, right?
It is possible, but it's hard. It
Okay.
is very hard. You have to work all day and all night, because look, if you pull a load at night, you got to deliver to that customer in the morning. So by the time you get home, you got to get right back up and go drop off that container, or try to figure out if you can drop off that same night, if they're a 24-hour facility. And the majority of these people are not 24-hour facilities. These are small businesses. They're like me and you, but they just have a lot more customers.
And it also helps that you went all in, because a lot of people are getting their own authority, but I was one of them. I had my own authority, but I didn't have my own authority.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You know
You
what I
weren't.
mean?
You had
Own
your-
authority-ish if I'm going maybe over the road or
Yeah.
some stuff. But as far as the port game,
You didn't have that. You were
Yeah.
using someone else's.
other carriers that
Yeah.
already have their concessions agreements,
Yeah.
they would still, you can't really demand much, because just having a scat code is not enough. There's more stuff to it.
Yes, there's a lot.
So you got guys here with own authority getting paid the same as people that are leased on,
Yeah, and that's wrong, bro. That's real wrong, because from my side that I see of it is that you should be getting paid way more than that. They're making so much money off of you, man. You You wouldn't even realize it. Like, I know for a fact these people are paying, like, somebody told me, he's like, man, I'm making $500 a day going to Moreno Valley. To him in his head, that's good. But he don't know if he had his own authority to go inside that port. You know what I mean? He can find the customer. You know what I'm saying? Not that customer in Moreno Valley, but another one. And he could be making that locally. You know what I mean? 500. But there's also other implements on it, like free time is more than what people are getting paid. The pre-pool, the chassis, the storage. Those are 4 of the things that you could be getting paid for if you had your own yard and your own thing. You could actually throw those into play where you can make some extra money.
Accessorials, they call it, right?
Yeah.
You think, someone's collecting that regardless, even if you're not, right? Someone's invoicing that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
How do you feel about that free wait time stuff? Who came up with that?
No, man. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not charging nothing free time. I used to, even with my customers. I never charged it.
Yeah.
I never charged it at all. I never, not one time charged, even though I would wait 4 hours, 5 hours. What I was getting paid was cool. But now, the times that I'm actually charging wait time now, and in wait time, some of you guys getting paid $25 an hour for your wait time. There are people getting paid on it, on the other side of that. So if you wait, they're getting paid too.
They still bill it as such.
Oh yeah, they bill it higher than what you.
And you provide them the proof because you want to get paid your 25. So then they pass that on to.
And not only that though, they can find it on the website. They can see when you came in and when you left. All that all on eMobile.
What's the list of accessorials that we could expect to incorporate into our operation if we go all in, like you? Like you mentioned some, but is that all of them?
Yeah, man. It's not that hard, bro. You got a truck, you're gonna need insurance. To get into the port is easy. Like, you gotta fill out that little form, and I was looking at it, and some people are having problems filling out the form. It's easy. It's simple. I can even help them out if you ever want. You can jump in my DM and.
Yeah, you reached out. I had posted something about that, and it got like a little bit of engagement. Like, why is that like a secret? Like, people don't want to share that.
You know why? Because they didn't want you to
fuck up the game.
Yes, you're gonna fuck the money up. Because now what you're gonna do is like me. I'm gonna go tell all y'all, but see, nobody wants to listen either, though.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So you can tell you all you want.
I'll give you all the tools. You ain't gonna
go do it because you don't want to, or you just not striving to become better than what you are. You know.
And it's easy going somewhere where they already have work lined up, you know.
Just like I have a story. I had a guy, I was telling you, that would rather go to Santa Fe Springs for $320, vice versa, drive 7 miles and go to downtown L.A. from my yard, which is 7 miles to the delivery. He said no. He would rather go do the $320 and waste fuel and go to wherever he was going. And I couldn't believe that. I'm like, well, damn, bro. I'm like, I said, all right, well, thank you, bro. And I just moved on. I was like, I won't be using that guy no more. You know, because I've always been trying to help people out and truckers and try to show them. But most of them, they just don't believe it, bro. And I can understand it because, you know what I mean, they're getting fucked by the port. I understand that, but don't let the small bumps in the road get in the way. You know what I mean? You can always overcome those obstacles. Yeah,
so just because the port is bad, it's one or the other. Like, either we're gonna change something, or
they're not gonna.
Okay,
they're not gonna change
let's get our money up then and get our knowledge up. And if we're gonna go in that shithole, at least get paid appropriately, right?
Yes, definitely. You got to get paid appropriately because you're wasting your time in there, bro. You are wasting your time in that motherfucking shithole sometimes. And I call it a shithole because it is a hole, bro. It's a rat race.
Yeah.
And it's either a hit and miss every day. You're either going to hit it or you're going to miss it.
Yeah.
Yesterday I went into a port. Took me 10 minutes to get my load.
Wow.
Last night, it took me 5 hours to get one load. And I got there at 11. I didn't get out until 2:30. So,
but you had an appointment, bro.
I know that appointment didn't do shit, bro.
That appointment, see you right away.
That appointment made me wait, bro, because you still got to wait for them to come back from their lunch. And they don't come back till their lunch at 11 o'clock on the dot. They don't. They come back 11:15, 11:30, and then they just do what they want to do. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm just mad at the way it works. If it can work more easily, not for the drivers, but for them too. You know what I mean? I think if they would add somebody in during the hours that they are out to lunch, it would be more consistently and more faster. But they don't want that because look, if they let all of us come in, they won't have any work left. So that's the reason why they give it to you by scheduled appointment.
Spread it out. Yeah. We're busy.
Yeah, we're busy, but we're not. Look at it during the daytime. During the daytime, the port crack. At nighttime, it's free flow. But it's still bad too, though, because they ain't working. So it slows you down and it pushes you to the next day.
And that next day gets you closer to the last free day.
Yeah, and the last free day. And then after that, you start getting added on demurrage charges. Per diem charges. Because now you can't find an empty return date for your empty. And it puts you in a fucked up predicament. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
So
the terminal, what does it do for you? Like, what's their service, customer service? How is that? The appointment system, is that them trying to provide customer service? What do they do for you other than the work is there and you go grab it out of them? That's it, right?
It's a headache. I cut out a lot of ports. I cut out a lot of ports. I cut out a lot of ports because I didn't want to deal with it. So who I deal with right now is LBCT, Costco, and APO. That's the only 3 ports that I deal with because I know people there, and sometimes they help me out and sometimes they can't. And I'm grateful for that because a lot of them know it's just me. I met these people, shook hands with them, talked with them, joked with them, and they really got a cool feeling for me. And they help me out sometimes. But that's very slim because they don't want to show favoritism just to one person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want to be like, oh no. So it's pretty cool, man. LBCT is pretty good. Only thing about it is you got to email them. And that email, you can be sitting there all day long, bro, waiting for that one person to reply. So that's the only bad part about it.
Yeah. I'm aware that your wife is a broker.
Yes.
How does that help?
Helps a lot.
Yeah?
It helps a lot, yes. It really helps a lot.
And she has experience with the port side of things, or what kind of broker has she?
She has experience from East Coast to West Coast. She's from China and everywhere. So she gets it booked from China to here, and then she dispatches it either by rail, either by LTL, 53-footer, whatever it is.
Okay.
So
that's a good team.
Hell yeah, but in the beginning, I didn't even know because I never really asked her about what she was doing with her job. So, I didn't know until maybe about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So it took me a minute.
So how do you guys make it flow? Like with
she scratches my back, I scratch hers. She helps me a lot with my appointments and making me talk to these customers and get to know them and get the feel for them. And let them know that it's just me. You know what I mean? Not that I'm not a big company. So if you need something that can be done in between, that I can help. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And she probably handles all that email stuff, huh?
Yes, she definitely handles all the emails.
Because sometimes I would feel like I wouldn't be that great at replying, especially if I'm pissed off. Per my last motherfucking email.
That's exactly what it is because I used to type in all caps.
Oh.
And the lady, and she was like, you can't be typing in all caps. You have to regulate because if you don't, they'll think you're yelling at them.
Oh.
So I was like, all right. So now I started writing in small letters instead of the big ones. But I do like writing in big letters because I feel like I'm trying to get a point across.
Yeah.
They don't care nothing about that, bro.
Yeah.
They don't. I've been talking to the same lady. I won't say her name and tell you where she's at. But LBCT lets out their appointments every day at 11 o'clock. Daytime appointments, nighttime appointments. Do you know I have to email her every day and let her know that? Look, there's no appointments available every day. So I'm basically making her job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, checking up.
Yeah, I have to call, text her, and she sends the same exact email. Like she copies and pastes. She said you still got to look for appointments. It's the same response every single day. What am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? You're saying that you're releasing your appointments at 11 o'clock, so you're telling me by 11:05 they're all gone? Like, come on. So from what I hear, they only give out 1,000 appointments.
So in 5 minutes?
In 5 minutes, bro.
It would be good to have some transparency. Like, how do we know the real amount of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but they wouldn't tell us that, you know. Look at all the ports. If you notice, they're all taking different carriers now. You know what I mean? And a lot of the ports are taking every container that we have, but they'll slow you down and put on their website that they're not taking none of those. So it just allows them to bring in one carrier like OOCL. They'll jam pack LBCT, and that's the reason why they'll have a long line. Instead of opening it up to other ports to where we can return those empties, they won't do that.
That fucks up your momentum, right?
Fuck yeah, bro.
With that one truck.
Yes.
If no one's receiving an empty, then what?
Them shit.
And you need that chassis.
Shit out of luck.
Then you got to go store it somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then chase that down. Hey, I got to bill you for this.
Yeah. A lot of the customers are okay with it because I've shown them.
Yeah.
Like I've took video and I literally like showed them step by step on what's going on here. This is what you need to do. But even the customers, some of them don't take advantage of it. They're just gonna do it. Just pay them. So if you just say that, then they're gonna continue to do this, bro. They're not gonna stop. You know what I mean?
Well, they make you fight for it, even if you're right, and if you have proof, you still have to earn it. Like
yes,
it's
yes,
like back and forth.
Yes,
right?
And it's like you have to prove. You just said on your website that there's only one place to return that container. So
why is that your fault?
Yeah, why? And you want me to show proof of it, even though you put it out on your own website saying this is only one place. Yeah. So why can't you go back in your system and find it, vice versa me having to prove it to you?
And then you store it, and then on top of that, you owe them for storing their shit for free.
Yeah.
Are people seeing it like that, or because it just don't make sense to me? Like
they don't want to see it. The only thing they want is their load and go. That's all they want, bro. And then when the container is empty, that's the funniest thing. Can you hurry up and return that for us, please? It's like, I can't. They're not giving me any appointments. So that's stressful as fuck, bro. You just made me pop a blood vessel.
Uh-oh. With your wife being a broker and all, did it ever get under your skin when people were like talking shit about brokers? Or
no, man, they didn't get under my skin. If anything, they should have been trying to reach out to the broker. You know what I mean? And try to tell them this is what we need and our price needs to go higher and all that other stuff. They don't. Before anything, I send out a delivery order. I got to get a quote first.
Yeah.
So once I get a quote for what you tell me, then that's what you get paid. You can't add incentives afterwards. You know what I mean? Oh, I need an extra $300 for this and that. And it's like, well, can't do that because I already charged the customer this. Because they're billing before anything, bro. So.
Yeah. So the guys complaining, they're obviously not in a position then to negotiate the rate because someone has already negotiated and they're offering what they can, right?
Mm-hmm. So say if I'm gonna get a quote, I'm not just reaching out to you. I'm reaching out to maybe 4 or 5 different other companies.
Yeah.
And whoever has the best rate, I go with that person. You know what I mean? And more than likely, they're going with the cheapest one. You know what I mean? Not the one that's so high. And more than likely, I'm the cheapest one, more than likely.
Yeah. What do you have to say for those that plan to stop? Every time something like this happens, people want to stop.
Oh, man, keep going, man. Don't let the small bump in the road just stay focused. Everything else will work out right. But in order for it to work out right, you got to have a mind concept on that, on what you want to do. Because sometimes you just get a brain fart. You don't want to do nothing, and you feel like, oh man, I can't do it, or it's not working for the best of you. But it will. You just got to find different ways, man. And I always try to tell people that too, because when I was trying to give people loads, I wasn't telling them just to get loads from me. Get loads from other people, to where if I don't have anything, you know, you can bounce, you can get somebody from someone else, and you can use both of those. You know what I mean?
Yeah, networking.
Yeah.
Got a little circle there.
Yeah, you got to network. You got to go outside that bubble.
Yeah.
You got to go to these places where you see containers and ask them, and like, look, I have my own port authority and all these allow me to go in the port. Let me see if I can move a few containers for you. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It can be 2 to 3 or 4. You know, you don't need a lot, bro. As long as you can just keep the wheels turning and you're earning some money, it'd be good for you, man.
There's a lot of cutthroat people in the business though. So like you might put someone on and then they end up taking your account. So,
Oh, bro, I'm not worried about that. That's the reason I have never worried about that. I'm good. I'm good with my customers. I go to lunch. I go to dinner. I show up at your house. I do just about everything, man.
So the relationship is solid. There's no need to worry about.
I'm not worried about that, man. If anyone ever tried to do that to me, I would laugh. I would fucking laugh. Sorry about that, but I would laugh because I'm like, bro, you try to cut my neck over a customer that I'm giving you a majority of your drayage for. Like, I'm not trying to make no money off of you. You know what I mean? You should be happy. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, it's just a lot of people don't understand how easy it can be, but how hard it is for you to do it. You know what I mean?
You think more people are gonna hop on that though?
No.
A lot of them are getting their own authority. So
if you give them your own authority, then you just have it. Now you can go in and out of the port, but what you gonna do with it? You see how I sent you that email from that broker?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was what people were supposed to do. If I email you that broker, get in contact with that broker. You know what I'm saying? See what she has.
Yeah.
And then if you do a good job with her, she'll pass you on to someone else. And they'll have a few more. And then now you become the man. Now you know 2 or 3 brokers now. So when you need something, they'll call you. You know what I mean? Vice versa, you having to go on a load app and having to find a load. You know, you don't want to do that. Because if you find a load on a load app and you drop the price on that, you're done.
You think they limit themselves by getting their own authority and then staying below a company that has access to the terminal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should definitely get your own stuff and be able to go in and out of the port on your own.
But how do they get an account and all that? Like, okay, like they could go in. Like, where do we go find accounts?
See, that's
like,
the thing.
It feels like, where do I go? Like,
No, it's not where you go. I just said it.
Yeah.
I said go find places where the containers are being hauled at.
Literally like
yes,
that.
That's how that. Before I knew that my wife was doing it, that's what I was doing. I never asked my wife what she was working. Honestly, I never asked her what her job was or anything. Only thing I knew one day she told me, she's like, I do that. I was like, you do what? She's like, I do containers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, for real? And then I found out the other side of the ball. But before that, I was going to these places, man, asking them if I could move a few containers to see how it would go. You know, and I got that chance. Fuck it, man. I'm not gonna go back.
Do those chances ever come in an email? I would get a lot of emails.
Yes,
like
those chances do come in email.
Yeah.
Yes, those little brokers that know you because of your DOT. Yes, give out. Yeah, give those people a call.
Then you negotiate with them. I'll do it for this much.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you go over the steps once more? Like how to get in there? Get the truck.
You get the truck. That's the first thing, and you gotta have insurance.
Insurance.
Yes, you definitely, and then you gotta get
a certain type of insurance.
Just
what you get for the bobtail.
The church, yeah, just the regular $1 million insurance or whatever.
Yeah.
And what you gotta do, you gotta add the port to that insurance. So once you do your paperwork, you gotta add them and show them that you have them on as like you would do anything. Like if you were hauling a load for me, you have to add me on.
Yeah.
So you have to
on the certificate.
Yes, on the certificate of holder, and do that. And you got to get a scat code. Scat code took me 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's under $100.
Yeah, it's $100. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So the scat code, the insurance, and you got to have $2,200 for Long Beach, and I think $200 or $500 for LA. or something like that. And you go give a check to them people at the clean truck. And then there's another one around the corner in Long Beach. And then you sign up with the what is it, the port, I think? I forgot the name of it, but you sign up just a while. You sign up with them, and then they'll tell you what ports you can go into already once you sign up. So you don't have to send an email to Hyundai telling them you want to pull containers out of let's say APM.
Yeah.
And then they'll add you in, and that's the way you would go about it. That's easy.
And do that once, and then you're set.
I used to work off another person's scat code too, bro. I worked off another person's scat code, and I got tired of it. Because
He let you set appointments?
yes, he let me set appointments and everything, bro, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
Because he seen the percentages that you were getting, and he wanted a part of that. And he taught me everything, bro, but he just got greedy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They see you making something, and they see them, and they're not making the same thing, and they wondering, like, why? You know, kind of like a hate shit. You know what I mean? Like, motherfucker hating on you. But it is what it is.
At least there you know why you got put on. You got put on because for the benefit of them, probably, what you could contribute to their company, maybe?
Yeah. I was paying for, I was giving them, like, I think it was, I can't say his name, but I was giving him 25% of what my dredge was. So you think about that, bro. And I was getting crumbs, and I couldn't understand it. Like, why am I so fucking, like, I said, you know what? It's time for me to go. And it wasn't hard. It took me maybe 10, 15 minutes to figure it all out.
The steps,
bro.
So this stuff, like, we gotta, if we really want it, we'll figure it out then.
But it can be easy. You just gotta call the people, the clean truck.
Yeah.
You call them.
They tell you too?
Yes, they will show you. They want you to do it, bro.
So this stuff is out there. Like,
yes,
it's not like a secret.
No, it's not. They'll help you take step by step. I can't remember the lady's name down at the clean truck, but she's great. Hi.
The port, the clean truck right here.
Yes, on Anaheim.
Yeah, the drayage truck registry.
Yes,
I think
it's where you go when you get your little thing.
Yeah, the RFID tag.
Yeah. Those ladies right there at that window, they will help you do everything you need to do. They'll call you if you're missing something, and they'll help you do it. They helped me. It took me a long time. But they was like, come on, Kevin, you got to hurry up.
Okay.
So they really helped me out, and I thank those ladies for that.
Well, there you have it, guys. Go pull up.
Yeah, pull up.
I'll have the number. I think I should share that later on.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah,
I got it too.
Right.
I would call them to annoy them about clean truck stuff.
Oh, man, it's going to be real annoying because I think in another year or two, we're not going to be able to go in there anyway. Yeah, I think if your truck is a 2010 or lower.
Yeah, 08 through 10, I think.
Yeah.
Episode 16, they talked about all that.
Yeah.
But there were some updates on the Port of LA website. Mm-hmm. But they got exemptions, bro, for
grandfather.
life.
Yeah, but see, I've been grandfathered in too because my truck has been going in before all this stuff. But it's like, man, I got a 2010 truck, but the DMV just told me I can't drive it in California. So if I can't drive it in California, but I can drive it in a port, who
do we listen to?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to get their piece, you know. The numbers are probably a little off, but they had some kind of where it's like those trucks. That's why there's so much information coming out, and you don't know which one's valid.
Yeah, I heard one time they were really actually giving out money for your truck, bro. It was $65,000 or something like that. But now they're making you go ahead and get the clean the other one. I don't know what that is. The emission. Mm-hmm. The one the
low emission.
Yeah. They're making you. They can basically change your motor and put that on there. I'm like, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
So
it might work for you though, because you're local, right?
Yeah, but I just can't do that. There's something about that. I just never liked it. That whole feeling of the truck. There's no power in it. There's no power at all. You go up a hill and it's not gonna work.
And I wonder if it might fuck with the way you quote, because now you don't. It's a different cost that you don't know how to.
Oh, I wouldn't add that in there.
No, you know what I mean. Like at least with fuel, you know how much you're spending and to get your ROI, right?
Yeah.
But this, it might take a while to get used to how much you're actually spending to keep that truck rolling, and incorporate that into your quote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What if you keep billing the same, but now it costs you more?
Bro, I've been billing the same for I don't know how long. I just now went up on just a little bit of prices, but
go up. I heard that people are
but you
coming
think
up
about
right
it.
now.
Yeah, they're coming up right now. But what happened when everything stops? Now I'm gonna go back to that one person who was already cheap. Now your whole little 30 extra loads you were getting are gone. So now, it's good right now. Get it while it's getting is good. But when it's done, though, bro, it's going to be done. Because it's going to be bad. Because so many companies are taking on other customers that there's an overload of it. You know what I mean? I was overloaded, and I had to turn away customers because they were getting so many containers. So I can already imagine that the prices are crazy. So
Yeah, I heard $3,000 like within like a 27-mile radius.
yeah,
one way, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to say nothing, but those people who are like getting $500 to go to Moreno Valley, the dredge price on that is like $2,000, bro. So that's just a heads up.
Yeah, and the craziest one is like $6,000 up to Commerce. That's like
I wouldn't even fix my lips and tell a customer, hey man, $6,000. Couldn't do it.
you want it or not, bro.
Yeah, that's what they do. But that I seen it a few days ago. A guy quoted to go to El Segundo. He quoted $2,000. He quoted $2,000, and I charged him $650.
All in or what?
That's just the dredge. That's not including
okay.
anything else. You know what I mean? As far
So
as
that'll bring it up to about a rack or so, right? Once you do
yeah.
everything else.
And this other company is a huge company. It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
They could have
they could
gone
have,
your route.
and picked and kept the work, but now they lost out because they tried to be so greedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So this quoting, how does that work? What we discussed earlier with the people that email you, these brokers,
You start off with you start off by fuel, your FSC, and all those other things, and you break that down. That just will be the drayage part of it. You know what I mean? Fuel, everything. About six. Let's just name a number.
Yeah, scenario.
600.
600. Okay.
So that'll be just for the drayage. So then you have the chassis part, you have the storage, and then you have your pre-pulls and your wait times, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how you get your extra money. You know what I mean? Depending on how much you're charging for your chassis and all that other stuff. So it turns out to be a good amount of money once it's all said and done. But you just got to take your time, man. You'll get it.
So if you do all in, you're missing out.
Oh,
There's customers that want all in.
Yeah, that all in, don't do it. Make
There'll
sure
come a day when you're going to end up negative. Huh?
Yeah, because I've ended up negative before.
Imagine you're stuck with that empty a month.
No, you're not only you stuck with that empty, you stuck with that payment.
Oh,
that
shit.
per diem payment gets sent to you first, not them.
Yeah.
So you wonder why you got a $7,000 invoice is because you couldn't return it, and they send that to you, not the customer.
Oh, that too. Ricky's Transport. They mentioned it. Like you can make a killing and make, let's say, the $6,000 move, and you go all in. $6,000, I'll do it. $6,000, but all in, okay, buddy? You're killing me, man. $6,000, I'll do it if it's all in. Okay, all in. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make a killing. $6,000. Now I'm stuck with that empty for 3 months.
Oh yeah,
where's the $6,000 now?
It's gone. Norton Lilly, they did that.
Yeah,
I've had so many cases of this. Then I had a container. I had 4 of their containers. I didn't want to pull it all, but I had to. I didn't want to pull them. I didn't want to do none of it, but I pulled them anyway, bro. I was stuck with those containers for 3 months. 3 months. And I got a bill, even though I showed proof that there were no appointments. I still showed proof. They still send the bill, no matter what. And I am not paying them, so it doesn't. I don't give a rat's ass. But that's what they do. They sent me. They sent another one of my friends a big payment, bro, because we couldn't return them. But you know that, So why are you sending out a bill like that? Because the people who are big and don't care about it, they're gonna pay that bill. They're not gonna care about it. Some will fight, but some won't. So it's up to you.
Yeah, there's a higher percentage that just
say pay it.
Yeah.
And that's what was going on with the chassis, like I talked about earlier. They just send you whatever and they want you to pay that. And it's like, no, I don't have all that. Like I didn't use.
That's so fucked up. If you purposely make up a number just to fuck someone over, man.
Bro, they did it. I wish I can explain it if I have time. They sent me a $10,000 bill with this chassis company.
Yeah.
And my wife said, I said, pay him. Just pay him. She's like, no, you need to go through it. I'm like, pay him. Mm-hmm. And they're paying him $10,000. Do you know when she went through that it found out that there was all type of hiccups where we weren't supposed to be charged anything. So they ended up giving me a credit. And that was it. That was all they gave me was a credit. So just imagine all those other people that are falling in between the lines who don't go through
Not
their
even
bill.
a refund, a credit.
Man, a credit. Not even a refund. They gave me a fucking credit, bro. That was $10,000, bro. I couldn't understand it. And from that down, I started paying attention to that.
Yeah, because if you didn't, damn.
It would have shut me out.
Sounds like a bully, bro.
The port is the biggest bully there is, bro. The port is the biggest bully there is, bro.
Why can't that ever change? What are we doing wrong?
It's money, bro. It's a big money. Look at they're charging now. They're charging because your truck is a 2010. They're charging $75 now. Like why? Why did that come up now?
But look, we're talking about the stuff, and so just knowing it doesn't change shit.
Yeah, but we don't have anybody to represent us. First of all, my friend went down to like a little thing, and then there's nobody to represent us, me and you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? These other companies have somebody to represent them, but nobody's there to represent us. You know,
we're forgotten out here.
Yeah, really, and it's really harder for the trucker than it is for anybody else. You notice when you go in a port, there's so many obstacles for you to get through just to make it out.
Yeah.
Every time you turn around, there's a stop. There's a hold up.
Speed bump the size of
a fucking hill, bro. Like, why did you do that? Like, why did you put that in here? Like, come on. And then they add extra ones, and then they add the U-turns and
safety first, bro.
Yeah.
They care about your safety, man.
Yeah.
Then, where was I going with this? You wait in line outside. You wait in line inside to get to the first speaker. Then you wait in line to go
to the second
do whatever
speaker.
you're gonna do.
Why you just couldn't give it to me all on the first speaker?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just like when you go to APL, they send you to the Holstro. I call H1 the Holstro because when you get there, there's a bunch of whole ass truckers. We just sitting there waiting to go to our spot.
Yeah,
like come on, bro. And the funny thing about it though, they didn't used to do that before. When we used to go into APL, it tells you where to go. It says, do not go to this, go directly to it.
Yeah. That's not an option anymore?
No, it's not an option, bro. You go to H1, we wait there until Lord knows when. And then the internet is not good there.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And it's like, come on. It's a catch-22 in a lot of these places, man. They ain't trying to help you. Mm-hmm. They just want the business, bro. Sorry to say it. It's all about money, bro.
Billing that demurrage.
Yeah. Billing that demurrage, that per diem.
If it wasn't for demurrage, what would they do? Do you think that's like their main breadwinner right there?
Yeah, because they're stopping you from going inside the port at any time. If the carrier says, don't take none of my containers except this port, except one port, you're going to try to get all those same trucks that got empties in the last 3 days to go inside that one port. You know what I mean? And you got us. It's like, well, damn, the line is all the way down to that one place on the off the freeway. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why do I have to sit all the way off of Delamo Boulevard to go into this place? You know what I mean? Like, why?
Because that shipping line waited last minute to accept all those empties. So
now, guess what? It puts you in a 4 to 5 hour wait to get that empty turnaround. And in that 4 to 5 hours, you could have did something else. So
the whole time it got stored for free.
Yeah. In your yard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn. You got any crazy port stories?
Oh man, I've gotten to a few fights at the port. I can't tell you which one. I got banned for 190 days. I got banned. The guy, he at this one port, I can't say it though, but they make you go into this line, and when you go into this line, it's strictly one line. But the line got so long that it curved around the corner. So I went and got. He's like, "Hey man, you're jumping the line." I'm like, "Bro, you just seen me. I've been here." He's like, you get to the end of the line. So he was gonna make me go all the way back to the end of the line. So before I went back to the end of the line, I flicked him off. I didn't say one word. He didn't read my lips. I just flicked him off. And I told him it was another driver that I knew it was in line. Yeah. He was like, "Nah, man, you were pointing the finger at me." I said, "You know what, you little dick motherfucker, I was, you piece of shit." Oh, he laughed at it. I'm like, "Yeah, now what you gonna do? When I'm banned? Like, you're out of here." I said, "Well, fuck you." And security card game. And I got banned for 190 days. I didn't go to that port that much anyway, so I said, fuck them.
You can't win then.
Oh, bro, you can't win. It's their word against yours. More than likely, they going to go with their people because they're a union. They're not going to care about what you say. They never have. When has a driver ever won in the port? The guy that got into a fight in the port. That guy didn't lose his job, but they banned the guy who got into a fight. And you can see perfectly on tape the dude pushed him first.
What other stories?
Oh man, I went to a terminal and a guy was behind me. The guy in front of me, his truck was broke down. So I was put on my flashers to back up. And I got out the truck, man. I said, back up. This guy hopped out of the truck, bro, because he didn't understand what I was trying to tell him with a bolt cutter.
What the fuck?
Bro, and I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck are you doing with this?" Like, he didn't understand. I'm like, "Bro, back up." And before I can think about it, man, I just punched him because that was the next thing that I was going in my head. So he started swinging that motherfucker, bro, showing up. And the security pulled up, bro. He's like, "Hey, man, y'all stop that shit." Yeah. He's like, "Man, I should kick y'all out. That was a good fight. But y'all got to go get in y'all trucks. And y'all got to go, man." So.
So that one, she got wild, then you didn't get kicked out, and he showed the finger.
Yeah, he seen him. Like, come on, bro. Come on, look what he got in his hand. I'm just got my fist.
Yeah.
But he didn't understand because he didn't speak English and he didn't speak Spanish. So
oh man.
Yeah, so it was one of those type people. So
all right.
Yeah, so I was trying to explain it better, so I wouldn't say race.
Yeah, because it's 2022.
Yeah, you don't want to step on nobody's foot.
Yeah. Hey, interesting times, man. We got chicks with dicks swimming against other women. And
talking about he's coming in first place. He's coming.
He's coming.
He's in first place. Like, come on, bro. Like, stop all that, man.
Man. Yeah. More stories. More.
Oh man, I don't have that many, man, because I don't really fuck around, bro. I really just keep to myself when I'm in there. I try to help as many people as I can. If like your number is in front of mine or my number is in front of yours, I want you to get in front. So then we don't have those problems about you being behind me and not getting your container. Let's do it that way. And if we all work together, man, it'll be a lot easier. Because they put us in a position where a lot of us are against each other because we all want that fucking load.
Because we have to.
Yeah.
It's a choice, right?
Yeah.
But it kicks in that instinct to like, shit, I gotta get my load.
Yeah, I see that too, and I don't mind that because I know you. But the only problem is that I get paid by the load and you get paid by the hour, and you work for a company and I work for myself.
Yeah. So
that's where the fight is at. So a lot of times, man, if I'm in port and I see a guy hop behind me, I ask him if he's in front of me or, where is his load at so we can maneuver that way. So when the top handler comes and do it, it could be way easier. Because they used to have clerks that come out and do it, but they don't no more.
Hey, that's crazy. You mentioned that. Some places do, but now they got like one clerk per like 5 machines.
Yeah, because they want to get rid of the people, man. Make and save money now all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now's the time that they could have called in more than ever, because the way things are. Like,
they could have did a lot of things, man, but they don't. It's all a cash grab right now, bro.
There's just too many moving parts, and they all have it out for themselves.
Yeah,
so
definitely the port.
It's not gonna work because what you need for it to work from him doesn't work for him financially. So he's not gonna modify that for you.
Not at all.
All around.
They're a union. They're sticking together, bro.
No, everything too. Yeah. Even the terminals, like they're not gonna. Oh yeah, we're gonna get rid of appointment systems. Like
I wish they would. That'd make it so easy. That would make it so much easier. But what would you come up for that? What about you guys say, hey, look, you come on this day, and we can guarantee you that you pick up your container at that time.
Yeah,
they won't do that because it's too easy, right? Come in and get your container and pick it up and leave.
In your opinion, what's the top earner for terminals? Like, if let's just say, hypothetically speaking, we buy a terminal, how are we gonna make money in that terminal?
Oh man, it'd be hard, bro. It'd be hard.
I'm trying to see how do they make their money. We already said, right?
It's demurrage. You make it through demurrage. You make it through appointment systems so you can pick up that container. So you can get money all different type of ways, but it's so much easier than that. You know, if they did all that, it'd be all bad. Like it is bad. If you do everything, it'll be easy, and then they won't make no money. So it's either you make some money or you don't. You know, and
getting things out on time is not gonna make money. So
they don't. It's not even. It's time consuming. You think about it. You're already spending 4 to 5 hours in there to get one container. I spoke to people. I think that work during the daytime. They're only able to pull 2 containers, and then they only pull 2 at night. So if you look at it like that, you know, you shit out of luck, bro.
Yeah, that's how I know for sure that it's not gonna really change then anytime soon. If that's how you make your money, why would you fix it?
And right now they're giving them ports. That's the reason why they're open 7 days a week is because of the government is giving them money.
Oh, and they're making that money too.
Yes. So, but you know now what though? Now when the government takes that money away, they're still gonna want that money. So now they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna slow down everything again until they fight and get their demand on what they want. And then when they get it, they're still gonna do the same thing. It's like being in a divorce. It's like being in a relationship. You want to get a divorce out, but you can't.
So with that being said, if you could change one thing in the ports, what would that be?
If I could change one thing in the port, what would that be?
Yeah.
The weight.
The weight. Okay.
That's it. I wouldn't change that. I want just the weight. Just get me in and out. That's all. I know a lot of people want to probably take out appointments and all that other stuff. What happened if they gave us an appointment, we were there, and then they gave it to us at that time, and we can leave? That's it. And I would ask to be all treated fair at the port, in actual honesty, because the motherfuckers don't care about you. Them people don't care about you at all, bro. They treat you. A lot of them treat you like you ain't shit. Talk
just
to you.
Another container coming in.
Yeah, man. They just talk to you like you dirty or something. Like you just didn't pick up toilet paper for these motherfuckers or something, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like their job is better than ours. You know, but. It is what it is.
You got to find a way to deal with it, you know, like the way you interact. Because, like you mentioned earlier, we'll lose if you lose your temper.
Oh, bro, you definitely lose. I try to go in there now just knowing that I'm fucked. I go in there with that mentality, and then when I get out, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like I said yesterday, I spent damn near 5 hours to get one container, bro. Like that was crazy.
And as complicated as it is sometimes to work out of there, like people don't want to share information for you to join them.
Man, I share all the information I can, man. If you guys ever need any information, man, feel free to reach out to me, man.
Before you went in all in, like, did you reach out to any people at all, like, to help you?
I as far as like
how do I?
I guess I reached out to a few people and they wouldn't tell me.
Because you said you ended up doing it yourself.
Yeah, I reached out to a few people. I can't say their names, but I did reach out to a few people and they didn't help.
Like a straight no, or I can't right now, or like
no. Like, they told me to
like
fill out
nice way.
Just fill out the paperwork.
Oh.
Yeah, the rude way. Oh, just fill it out. It just tells you what to do. I got something to do. I'll call you back later. But they can't. They don't. They want to do that, so then you don't stop using their scat code.
Oh, of course.
You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and even now having my own scat code, I've reached out to a few people to work, and they still don't want to, bro. You know what I mean? Shit, they don't believe that you're gonna pay them or something like that, bro.
Are you fine like that right now? Like that's you got your momentum going, or do you plan to add trucks, or you're waiting to see how this is gonna go?
I'm waiting to see how this is gonna go. I'm right now. I'm in the process of trying to get a newer truck because I'm worried about what's going on, and then from there I'm gonna try. I've been trying to help people, bro. I reached out to a few people, man, for work, bro. It's just that they don't. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if people think I'll pay them on time or what it is, or it's trust. You know, at the port, it's some fucked up trust at that motherfucker, bro.
I worked with you and I got paid.
Yeah, I know, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that you were able to help me out. That was the best thing ever, man. Thank you for that. I appreciate you there, man. That was real tight, bro.
Hey, it was mutual, man. It helped me as well.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy my yard-to-yard moves, you know. So
Yeah,
every now and then, you know.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yard to yard is pretty cool. You ain't got to go in there.
There was a time when I was doing a lot of yard-to-yard, and what it was doing is kind of conditioned me to, like, hate going in the port, you know. You kind of get used to that, like, that's what I signed up for, to fucking drive, not to fucking sit my ass in line all day. So I wouldn't mind taking the little loss, because I would still keep moving, and at the end of the day, it still added up more than me wasting my time in there. But, yeah, every now and then you got to go in there. So towards the end, I just like those long drives. I'll go in that shithole, do what I got to do, and then go.
Yeah, see, that was my thing, too. I had been looking for people. I had been looking for loads that were going to Arizona. Because I found out the price go out there had went up.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind going to Arizona. Shit. You know what they paying? They paying very nice to go to Arizona.
Hey, you got a day cab though, man. Have you had to use a bucket in there?
No, I have not.
You heard about the bucket, right?
I've heard about the bucket, bro.
Yeah.
I've never had to use the bucket.
No.
I've had some close calls about when I was over the road, though, bro.
Over the road?
Yeah, I was over the road for a very long time. Yeah. But no buckets, man. Thank God I never had the bucket, bro. But I had a few close calls.
Yeah.
No buckets.
Someone shared that they were over the road as well, and then they pulled over and they had to take a shit underneath their trailer.
Yeah, I've seen a few people do that. Or they hold on to the side of the thing and poop. Yeah.
But the cop got him. Hey, buddy, what you doing down there?
What?
Oh. Yeah, that's all bad.
Yeah, he had to understand. Hopefully, you didn't give him no ticket.
They got a ticket, yeah.
They gave.
I think it was like $600 or more
for using the bathroom
in public.
In public,
yeah.
Even though we're bringing goods, you know what I mean. There was
you were dropping goods right there.
Yeah, right? Even though there's no place to go to, you know, I'm in the middle of the road. Yeah, that's very unexciting.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, truckers they seem to not get the love that.
I think we're not respected, bro. That's all that is. We're not respected at all until we lose our shit, and then it's like, oh my God, why did you just flash on me?
Yeah,
like motherfucker, you've been talking shit to me for a minute, bro. Like fuck that.
Oh, what I noticed is that like we'll speak up or whatever, but it's just temporarily. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like once you bring it to their attention in whatever category of trucking is being a problem for us. Mm-hmm. Once you speak up on it, it's like a temporary thing. Like, okay.
Oh, your voice is up here, and then and then
with time,
we fuck those guys.
It just fades away. Like it's not consistent.
And that's what happens at the port. We all ramble, hey, and then they break you right back down.
Yeah, there's people like, for example, like even social media. Like you post some stuff and. One scenario could be this guy laughs about it. Oh, you know, like, but when it happens to them, it's like, man, fuck this. You know, I've been here all day. We need to do something about it. It's always about if it happens to you, then you care. So I think that's why it's hard to get everyone on the same page. Because if you have a good day, like, and someone's complaining, I don't know, man. I had a good day.
It's always somebody complaining,
You know?
bro. It's always somebody. It's gonna be some complaining, some bullshit. You just gotta be willing to deal with it and how you deal with it. You know, patience is a virtue at that motherfucker, and a lot of us don't have it.
Yeah.
A lot of us have patience to be sitting in there that long, man.
And adapt to it. Like, if you know you're going to go get stuck, very likely, plan your day.
Oh, I got a guy that has a TV in his truck,
Yeah.
got PlayStation and everything. He's like, bro, don't be tripping. And that was the reason why I didn't get a bed in the back, bro, because I thought it was going to make me lazy.
Oh, okay.
And not only that, though, it was hard to get into certain spots with that fucking bed on the back of that truck, bro. So that was another reason why I got a day cab.
You want to be more flexible to get in there.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, my truck, it was small. It
Yes.
had a sleeper, but it was very small.
Yeah, it was
so
good, though.
I'll be
It was
able
good
to
enough.
squeeze in.
Hell yeah. But that was just enough, enough just to, lay down for, an hour or two.
Yeah.
If you had to.
Yeah. I would, 20-footers, you got to slide them, do your thing. Last resort was slide the fifth wheel all the way up. I made that motherfucker fit.
Yeah.
You know?
I used to slide mine all the way to the rear so I can really just, I knew if I had that corner where I needed to hit it.
Oh, okay. See, we all know our truck,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So what truck are you looking to get if you do pull the trigger on a purchase?
Right now, it's between a Peterbilt and a Kenworth. But no 369, 359, none of those. Just anything that'll work.
Yeah.
I never been the type of guy that thought that I needed a nice truck or something like that to work. Whatever the workhorse was, I was gonna make it work no matter what. Like now, I own a 2010 International. It's nothing, spectacular, but it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he pulled up in something nice though.
Oh yeah, you know that. Yeah, that's a nice truck. Yeah.
Beautiful truck.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
When I get my license back, I'm gonna get me something nice, hopefully.
Oh man,
Shit.
everything will work out right, bro.
So, who inspired you to even,
Drive trucks.
Yeah.
And everything. Man, actually, bro, I went to prison, bro.
Yeah.
And when I got out, I was like, I gotta drive a truck, and that was like the first thing that came to my mind because I was like, that's the only thing that'll let felons, drive. So I started out in 2004 or 5. I was hauling cars. I was doing what HD Transportation was doing.
Yeah, Compton Dougie Fresh.
Compton Dougie Fresh, yeah. Big shout out. I was hauling cars, bro. I was hauling cars in 2005, and I started there. I was doing SEMA and all that stuff, and one of my friends bought a truck, a dually for me, and a 4-car trailer.
Yeah.
And I was hauling cars back and forth to Vegas.
For the shows and all that.
Yeah, for the shows and all that. And I had a real good friend that lived in Gardena. He used to give me a lot of loads going to San Francisco. But during that time, I don't know if you guys remember, the gas went up to $5 at that time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. I think it was in 2007.
Oh, so this ain't nothing new, huh?
Gas had went up to $5, and the rate had went down because he was giving me $350 a car to go to San Francisco. I was making $1,200 going one way and then bringing another 4 cars back to make the same. But the fuel was killing me. And we got out of that. I got into an accident, totaled the truck, and I got out of that and I jumped right into over the road. And I went over the road for a very long time. I got tired of that. And I went local with Martin first, and then got fired from there and went on. Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah, we're here.
Your own boss.
Yeah. It took time. It was small steps. Nothing was just given to me at all, bro. Nothing was ever given to me at all. I worked hard for every fucking thing I ever had. That was my trucking experience, man. I did a lot of time over the road. But what started it out was that car hauling now.
Yeah, you got your feet in the door.
Yeah, that was it.
And what about childhood? How was that like?
Oh, childhood, man. I'm a system baby.
Yeah.
You know, I was born. My mother and father were very different people than what parents are today. You know, they had a drug addiction. You know,
Yeah.
so they had an overdose, man. So I was living with family and foster
You
parents.
said
And
they?
yeah, it was them together.
What?
Yes, man, they
Man,
were.
I'm sorry to hear that,
Oh
man.
man, you ain't gotta be sorry. It's just the way shit is. And please don't feel sorry for me. It's not
Yeah.
something to feel sorry about. It's just a feeling, and the feelings are very. You can get rid of those feelings, bro. But anyway,
Yeah,
uh,
but I don't feel sorry for you like that. I mean,
yeah,
I'm like that's me saying like that must have hurt. Like, you know
it
what I mean?
didn't. It didn't hurt, bro.
No.
No, it didn't hurt because you got to think. If you're around somebody every day,
Yeah.
you become a good feeling. You feel you love that person. But if you're not around that person every day, bro, you don't feel that
No
same way when they're
attachment.
gone.
Okay.
So when you're gone, you're just gone, bro. And it's like, what I'm gonna be sad that you're gone? I was sad, my father and my mother, I mourned, but I mourned a different way than how other people did. I would have done it,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, man, foster homes. I went to prison, jail. Uh, I had my up times. I one time tried to take myself out. Shit is real, man. It was. I'm 40. I'm 40. I'll be 42 in a few months, and I wouldn't take one day back. I wouldn't take one day back. Now I have kids and I'm teaching them the ropes, and I have a beautiful wife, and I love what I do, man. I have some great friends that support, you know.
Sorry if I missed it, but how old were you when it happened?
Oh, my father died when I was 5.
Oh,
And
okay.
once he died when I was 5, I started going to foster homes and
Okay,
stuff
yeah,
like that
yeah.
because my mom couldn't take care of me because of her addiction. And my auntie took me in, which was my father's sister. So my father's sister took me in for maybe 4 or 5 years until I was like, maybe I was 5, about to like I was 7 or 8, and then I become too much of a problem for her because she was an elderly lady, and I moved to L.A. I was born in Riverside, and I moved to L.A. in '86. I moved with my auntie. Yeah, man. I stayed with them for a while, and the same shit happened. I burned my bridges with them, and I had to go to a group home. I stayed in a group home for about 3-4 years, man. Fred's group home. I'll never forget it. That shit taught me a lot of shit. And from there, from like 16, they went and got me again at 16. And my family got me out. From 16, 17, 18, I stayed out, and then I went to prison at 20.
Because you mentioned your both parents to addiction, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was both at the same time. 5 for your father?
Yeah, and I was 16 when my mom died.
Okay.
Yeah, but I wasn't hanging out with her though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a.
Yeah, but then you had all these experiences.
Yeah, I had a different type of mindset already.
Yeah.
Even though I told her to stop doing it, doesn't matter. That was some crazy shit.
Did you ever end up following those footsteps without even like realizing that you were doing the same thing? Like, you know what I mean?
I would say I did, but it was in a different way. You know what I mean? Like, I seen what they were doing, and I know that shit was wrong. Like, it was definitely some fucked up shit going on. Like, even as a child, even being of that age and seeing what they're doing,
Yeah.
and being able to do it if I had to do it, I just seen them do it. I learned it. I'm just looking at you by learning it. Like, I learned how to do heroin at a young age. Like, they were doing it in a bottle cap at that time and putting cotton in it. And when you put the cotton and the heroin bubbles up, you put your syringe in there and you pull it through the cotton, and then that's how you would you would slam.
Damn.
Yeah. And I learned that at an early age, man. Like at 5 years old, I see my dad do an overdose. A fucking overdosed on us. Fucking mama was throwing water on him. Shit was real, cold water. Yeah, man, they had it going on. The nod off was real, bro. The motherfuckers would be asleep for days, bro.
For real.
Yeah, man, that shit is real, man. Don't do drugs, y'all. Don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs.
But
that's one of those that is hard to come back from, huh? The heroin.
Hell yeah, bro. It has to be because it took her a while. She had got off it, and even though she was off it, bro, it's the dog food called her, and she kept doing it. And it was just something that some people just can't stop, bro. You know.
I wonder if I'm wrong, but I heard that like people like that are that as far as like with the heroin when they quit, that's why they overdose sometimes, because when they go back, they're not their body's not, the tolerance is not no longer there, and they go back to their old dose, and it happens to be too much.
Yeah,
they're not on the same level anymore. You know, they have to
slow it up before they can get to that amount again.
They go back to their old dosage and boom.
Yeah, because my mom, man, she was a big heavyset woman, bro, and then she went from that to like toothpick. So that shit is real, bro. That shit is super.
So you have some type of relationship with how you feel about drugs, then drug usage. Like, did that, you know?
I want to say I do, but then again, it's like, if I see you doing something, bro, I can't tell you what to do. You know what I mean? I can't tell you, hey man, don't do that. That's wrong. Mm-hmm. Because in your mind, it's already right because you got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, if we're together and you're doing it and I tell you I don't want to, you know what I mean? And I tell you, look, hey man, you shouldn't do it. And you do it anyway, then what the fuck am I doing? You know, I just wasted my time trying to tell you not to do it.
Yeah.
You know? But to each his own, man. You know, everybody struggles with it. Everyone struggles with addiction, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? Whether it's drugs, shit, it could be
food, sex.
Yeah, it could be anything, bro.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, man, for sure, bro.
Then the prison story, like how did things escalated over time, and then
no, bro, I went to jail, bro. I had stolen a famous rock band guitar and a lot of things, bro. And I kept fucking pawning the shit out of it, but it was worth so much money that the fucking police found out it was me by pawning it under my own name. Don't do that. Don't you ever do that under your own name, okay? But shit.
Oh man,
I did it under my own name, being young and dumb, bro. And they came and they took me to jail.
Mm. How much you get? Was it worth it?
Actually, it wasn't, because they gave me a slap on the wrist. They gave me they ended up giving me restitution. I ended up having to pay like $120,000 in restitution, which I never paid. But after that, I did a small crime offense, and that's what fucks me.
Because that was already on
there. Okay. So I ended up doing 4 years, and I had halftime. So I ended up doing 2, but because of all the shit that was going on in there, I ended up doing like 3 and about 6 months. Ended up adding on a lot of time.
Because you got caught up in there too, as well?
Yeah, you get caught up there. My first fucking day in there, bro. I never think fucking first day, bro.
How did that go?
It didn't go well because I didn't know nothing about how it was set up, and nobody was really telling you the footsteps on how to go about prison, and you're learning it. And I was at a dinner table just like us, and this is how we would sit. And there would be 2 other, a Hispanic or black on the other side. And if you wanted something, you had to ask that person to pass it to you. And these 2 people had been drinking Pruno. So they didn't give a fuck about what you had to say. So he reached over your food and gave that man his milk. And the SA guy flipped the fuck out. Went to work on him. And of course, you got to help your people. And I had to help. And, you know, we all went to ADSEC for a while. got a few extra points. I got a write up, and shit. I started learning. Motherfucker, pass the milk. Pass the milk, motherfucker. Don't pass it over his table next time. Pass it to me, and I'm gonna pass it to him.
Just don't reach over.
Don't reach over somebody's shit, bro. In prison,
okay.
bro. You're gonna get your shit stuck, bro. Don't do it.
I would have never thought.
Bro, you wouldn't ever understand.
You think you're doing a solid? Like, I'm not gonna bother anyone. I'm just gonna do it myself.
Yeah. Hey man, you want that milk? Yes. Oh, let me reach over his food and give it to you. No, don't ever do that. And that was a fight. And that was my first day in prison, bro. And actually, I got a 113, and I got wrote up, and they gave my black ass 3 months in the hole.
Then when you go in there, like, they assign you your dorm and all. Not dorm, but
no, they assign you when you get there, bro. They put you in a holding cell. And it's going to be some few people that come by and going to see if they notice you, the color or your skin, wherever you are. Oh, you were black? Oh, what's up, black? Where you from? They're going to ask you where you from.
like that.
Or if you from the city or where you from. And then oh, man, your folks is over here. You go see your folks. And you go see your people. And, you know, if you know them, you do. And if you don't, like, I didn't know a lot of people, you know what I mean, when I went in. So I kind of played my own part, you know what I mean, and learning the rules of what was going on. And shit, motherfucker, I came out that motherfucker clean, you know, because it's a lot of shit you can get caught up in there for, bro. Like, bullshit you not,
cigarette,
bro. I got into a fight with a guy I didn't even know because I laughed at a joke. No lie, no fucking lie. It was a guy that made, like, there's punks on in prison, and these are guys that are, you know, that again
wear the red M&M lipstick.
Yeah. They wear the Kool-Aid lipstick basically, and they braid hair. And my buddy had made a joke about a dude that was under us about him braiding his hair, and I laughed at it. And you know, this guy went back downstairs. One of the people who was in the dorm, when the cell went downstairs and told him. So me and him had to fight this guy. Sure enough. Straight up. And this wasn't no small person, bro. This was a big ass guy, bro. There's just a lot going on.
Why was that though? You think he took offense to it?
He took offense of it. He took offense of it because you laughed at the punk had to braid his hair, but that's who's braiding hair inside of prison is the punks. So he got his hair braided by him, which was not a problem. They all do it, but it was because you laughed. Yeah, I know. It's stupid as shit, bro, but it's because you laughed. So I was in my cell. I think it was Saturday, bro. I was in my cell watching football, bro. And one of his friends came, hey, man, you got to come down to the thing and get down with such and such because you laughed at that story. I was like, you for real? He was like, yeah, bro. And I said that in my mind, like, damn, is this motherfucker for real? I was like, no, it can't be real. Let me go down here and see what this shit is about.
Boom.
And sure enough, bro. And went down there and we all had to fight. I came out victorious. I can't say what Bumpy did, but you know, that's on him.
All right.
But that was some crazy
walking
shit,
on
bro.
eggshells in there.
And, bro, when I first went into the motherfucker, bro, there was a white guy tatted from head to toe with crucifix and all the shit on him. And he was playing Welcome to the Jungle. And I didn't get that mind concept until I got home from prison. Like, that was my first thing. I said, like, damn, this motherfucker was playing Welcome to the Jungle because that's what he was doing. He was welcoming you motherfuckers to prison.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Welcome to the jungle. And I was like, bro, this motherfucker really just welcomed us to prison, bro, by playing this fucking song.
Yeah. How did he have music there?
He had a little Walkman, bro, little tape deck with one speaker on it. CD player with one speaker on it. And
obviously, they don't let you have that, right?
Yeah, they let you have that.
Yeah?
Hell yeah. You can have just about everything as long as it's see-through. If it's see-through, you can have it. Your TV got to be see-through. Your Walkman got to be see-through.
Okay, nothing that you
can't. Yeah.
Okay. So. And that was a learning experience, definitely.
Fuck yeah, bro. That was definitely. I was upset I had to go to prison, but bro, that was the best experience a motherfucker in life can get because you know what not to do now. You know what I mean? And there's motherfuckers that keep going back to prison. Y'all some stupid motherfuckers. You want to go in there and lay up to a man every goddamn night, bro. That's crazy. I can't do it.
Crazy.
Can't do it. Yeah.
Wonder how they get caught up in that cycle. You think there's not that many opportunities? See, like trucking worked for you, and the guys from Freedom USA Transport, the guy got out and started his own company from prison as well, with a co-owner. But trucking, you guys have that in common.
Yeah, and bro, that's the only thing that you can do at that time. And I got out at the beginning of 2005, bro. And it was like, bro, the world was already moving at a fast pace. Cell phones, I didn't even know what a cell phone was, bro. And I couldn't get no real good job. I couldn't do it. I had a few friends that were Teamsters for 399, and they were helping me out with jobs like on the set and stuff for the movie, but my look that I was giving off wasn't the most clearest look. At that time, I had hair. You know what I mean? I'm giving off a thug look. You know, at that time, you know, you're scared of a person with long hair. I got a bunch of tattoos. I'm not fucking with that guy. Let's let that guy go do warehousing or something like that, you know. But, yeah, it's just too much.
You felt discriminated?
Hell yeah, discrimination is a motherfucker, bro. Hell yeah, bro. I couldn't get a job. I worked at Royal Truck Bodies, bro. I thought that was going to be one of my best jobs. And it was, my 90 days was up. I'm like, watch, I'm about to get this job. My 90 days was up. The motherfuckers called me on the 90 days. And I told them while we were all sitting at the desk, it was all the guys saying, I was like, bro, this is the call to fire me. I want to thank y'all for bringing me on, bro. I appreciate your time. And when I went into the office, I told the lady, I said, you don't have to explain to me. She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, you letting me go? She's like, yeah, unfortunately. I said, yeah, my 90 days is up. I already knew that was about to happen. And that was it.
So that way they get another guy.
You get another guy.
He's going to get the full time eventually.
Yeah.
And keep it. Damn. And time is precious, man. You'd be wasting it in
90 days, bro. I couldn't believe it. I thought this job, because it was easy. I was all on the computer, and the only thing I had to do was order parts and go, you know. But see, when I got my truck license, I was able to go pull their truck bodies for them. So I gained a customer.
Okay.
And that was at the time I had started hauling cars. So I was moving their bodies from L.A. to San Francisco for them.
Oh, along the way, things lighten up.
Yeah, it lightened up a little bit. Yeah. But it was like, God damn, what would have happened if I would have left there with a bad attitude? You know what I mean? Like, fuck y'all, I knew y'all was going to do this, suck my dick. And I wouldn't have got nowhere. But because I left on a good note, like, hey, I already knew y'all what y'all was doing, bro. She was like, I didn't want to say it, but I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right, well, thank you. I appreciate it. And I went on about my business, man. It was just, I was hurt. I took a lot of falls, man, but I stood up. I didn't let nothing keep me down. Especially now with having kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That shit is way different. You're not thinking for yourself anymore. You're thinking for your kids. You know what I mean? You want to put them in a safe place and make sure that they didn't deal with the shit that you had going on as a kid. You know? Life hack.
Yeah, adulting.
Yeah.
You remember what you wanted to be when you were growing up?
Yeah, man, I wanted to be a fucking air pilot.
Air pilot.
Yeah, that shit did not work out, I see. Only thing I was able to pilot was a truck. That was it. I wanted to be an air pilot, I think, at that time, because I think that's what it was. You wanted to be you wanted to be an airplane, a police officer, or one of those crazy things. I never thought about being a trucker at that time. I never ran across my mind, I want to be a trucker when I grow up. No, you want to be what an abundance of people were. Airplane, I wanted to fly airplane. Motherfuckers want to be police or, you know.
Yeah.
I wasn't with all that. So I said airplanes. I wanted to do that, and it didn't work out.
At what age did you start saying, I don't think that's the thing for me?
Oh, man, you know, that was real early. That was at the age of 5. Like, this isn't going to...
Yeah.
At 6, 7 years old, you start seeing things like this isn't going to work out pretty much like that.
Yeah.
especially not being with that background of family that you have. You know what I mean? If you don't have that, that's a real important thing growing up.
The foundation.
Yes, a foundation is definitely important. Even though I didn't have the biggest foundation, but the little bit of help that I did help it got me to where I am today.
What do you call those homes? The any stories about that experience?
Oh man, the group homes.
Yeah.
Oh bro, it was all type of fights put on. So it was all type. I think that was around the time that KWS and all those crews, tagging crews around WDC and all those places. Those are the people that I was hanging with because a lot of them stayed inside of the group home. So that's where you start smoking weed at.
So the group home, is it like all of you guys are
all boys, and we're all. It's like prison. It's the same setup. They just.
But you're out here.
They prepped me for prison.
So the group home is out here.
Yes,
you're free though.
You're free.
Still.
You can have your family come get you if they got time and all that stuff.
And this house, there's like, you're not like adopted or anything at that point, right?
No, you're just living. You're just a ward of the state, and there's people like
let's say a couple can sign up and be like, we have a home, we want to bring in kids to the group home.
It's not that easy. You gotta go get a license. I wanted to do that at first. That's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to help kids that been in the same predicament that I had been in, and help them change their lives. You know what I mean? But it didn't really work out that way. You know, I actually went to college for like 5 years and tried to take up psychology. It just didn't work out. You know, everyone's not as smart as you think you are. I took a fucking course, bro, for 3 years in psychology, and the other 2 I just bullshitted. But the 3 years that I took for psychology, I studied, and I couldn't pass the test. Comprehension is a motherfucker, bro. If you don't understand what you're reading, it's never going to stick inside your head. And I think that's another problem with people have growing up. If you don't get that going early, it's not going to apply to you when you get older.
Yeah. You think it's ADHD or ADD? Could it have
Hell
been?
yeah. Fuck yeah.
Have you been diagnosed?
Fuck no.
No? You don't want to. It might be, but I don't want to know for sure.
I don't know. I just smoke real quick and see if it makes me feel better. Like, yeah. But, yeah.
Either way, you're where you need to be, right? Like, you like it. It's working out.
I love it, bro.
Everything led here.
I wouldn't change it, man. I wouldn't change now. That's why I say I wouldn't change nothing.
Do you have any side hustles at the moment?
I do not, bro. I wish I did have more of a side hustle, but I don't. It's everything is just generating right now off of trucking, you know. No side hustle. I thought about getting into it, but I'd rather save my money right now because you don't know what the hell these people are gonna do.
Things are changing a lot right now.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
Yes, a lot. Even with trucking, right? You said you're gonna wait to see how things play out.
Yes, even though I've been looking for a truck, I've been looking for a truck like the last 2-3 months.
Nope.
And I'm not going to do it. I keep wanting to press the trigger, and I'm like, don't do it. Just wait. Because the port is waiting to figure out what they're going to do, too. Their time is up. They're going to redo their contract. Mm-hmm. So
it's contract year.
Yeah. So we're going to find out what's going to go on.
Oh, imagine you do get the truck. Now you got a new payment, and things go a little crazy.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. That's what I'm worried about. I'd rather wait until I think they said the second quarter or the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'll wait until that time, and then hopefully I'll figure it out by then.
Imagine they do extensions.
If they do extensions, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But don't send me an email don't send me a fucking form. Don't send me a form to my house telling me that, hey, in 2023, you can't drive your truck no more. Like,
wow. You already got the letter?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I posted one.
Yeah, you posted one. I was like, fuck, I thought it was just me. I was like, oh, everybody's getting them.
Yeah.
I was like, man.
It doesn't make sense if they claim that there was a shortage and all this, and then now
you want us to get rid of our trucks?
Yeah, so
now,
there's no trucks.
But you want drivers. You want to give a program out to help people get their license, but you're taking away
the trucks they could fucking drive.
Yeah, it's stupid, bro. Right?
It's all fucked up, man. Honestly, my head hurts.
It does, bro, because you can't tie your hand around it. You can't figure out how is your next play and how can I make my next play work better for me.
Yeah, you figured something out here, but then there's something else here that goes and fucks up those plans.
Yeah.
See, like the AB5, you could have you could do like at least people on, and now you can't even grow a fleet. If you could, but then what if it's just taken away overnight when that kicks in for good?
Yeah, so now that scares you too. Like, so they're basically telling you not to get any money. Don't try to be a big business. Stay where you're at. You know what I mean? And then they don't even want you to do that. They want you to go work for somebody.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like they want to make owner operators go extinct in a way.
Yeah,
You know?
of course, they want to change. They want to get those little bitty jobs from us and give them back to the big companies.
But big companies already tried coming into port. They couldn't make it. I remember they thought they were gonna come in and swoop all the work when the first time around with the clean truck.
That shit didn't happen.
It didn't work out. So then it's happening all over again, and then they're gonna collect funds from the clean truck.
They gonna kill that clean truck fund, bro.
The CTF rate.
That shit is crazy. All right, it started already. They just sent the email out saying that it's gonna start on the 1st.
Yeah, April 1st.
But how do you give 2 people 2 weeks? Like, you just said this.
And then the money is not even being used yet. Right now, it's kind of like just gonna be, I would say, set aside or whatever. Mm-hmm. The fund, right? So up to like 2033, I believe, or 2035, somewhere around there. And then they'll see what they, how they spend that. It's for planning purposes. So I don't know, whatever that means.
Yeah, planning to fail around this motherfucker, bro.
Huh? Planning to fuck us over?
Yeah, bro. That's exactly what they do.
Yeah. So, but zero emission trucks are exempt for life. So.
Yeah, but
do you have one? Where do we get one?
Yeah, exactly. You gotta get it made. Like, come on.
Yeah. But if you come up on an electric truck and then
a Tesla truck, right? I thought about that too. But look how much they want for the Tesla truck, $250,000. Like, how do you get that?
Well, there are a lot of people who put down the deposit, but none have been made yet. It's just in the air as well, no?
No, I don't. I thought about it too. I'm like, that'd be a great way to go electric.
Yeah, now fuck off,
Yeah.
The truck is set for life. Till something fucks up.
Yeah, and then that's when you're going to come out the pocket at, because you don't know.
Can't nobody fix it here. Imagine you got to ship it back somewhere.
And then you get left without a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather just stay with a motor.
We'll see how it plays out. Any other insider info you could share? Any other tips?
Go up on your rate.
Go up on your rate,
man. Ask the people for something else because they're making money off you, bro. Wherever you can, tell them to give you an extra $100 to go do it or something, bro. Because they're making
even the guys that are leased on.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's definitely the people that are leased on. Because I wonder if they went up on their rate. Have they changed anything to a person that's leased on to a company? I'm pretty sure they haven't.
Nah, it's usually wait until they ask for it.
Yeah, and then let me guess, no one is asking for it neither, though.
Because not enough for them. Some plan to stop on the 1st, but
they're not going to stop because they still got to generate work, bro. They need to bring in income. They're not going to just sit it out. That's the reason why the port is the way it is, because none of us can sit down. Just imagine if we can pull off this stuff the way that they pulled off in Canada and those places, bro. That's power. If we would all just stop going to work one day at the port, every company, that would hurt them. They would really think about it. But they can't. They can't. Thought if you think about all had it.
Because we want to, but we can't afford to, pretty much. Most of them.
No, it's not afforded. It's just that we're not together. We don't have somebody that's going to speak up for us. Like how you would speak up for us. Like we need someone like you. Like to go up there and speak up for us all as one. But we don't have that.
Well, showing up and speaking up is not enough if everyone else doesn't participate.
I was looking at your thing. I was like, man, invite me next time that you go to that.
You saw that?
Yeah, bro, because I have insight on that. I actually, everything that man said in that whole little thing is true. You're giving people appointments during lunch hours. For what?
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to be able to get in and out of here by lunch. So that adds up a longer line. So they have to do something, man. You either got to bring more people in to work with us, and during the times that are shut off, they come in, but they won't do that neither. Because if they give out all the work, they don't have any work for themselves.
Yeah, that's.
How, you remember when the one we're close to right here, was pretty short, and it wasn't a lot, and you can tell when you drove by it because you would just see the top. You would just see empty rows, and that was because they didn't have any work. So you would see them close from time to time, and they would only open up for one shift.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, now with everything generating in, they do what they want to. And that's the reason why they can't even come to none of the ships can come past Catalina no more. They all have to stay in the back of Catalina now because of one of those ships broke the oil line.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
yeah.
Shit. So at some point it might seem like there's less, but there's still ships waiting.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ships back there.
Yeah. I don't remember hearing about that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Well, bump the rate up, guys.
Please
that's
do,
a
man.
start. That's a
Please.
start.
Don't let these people. You work hard and you don't get to play hard. You know what I mean? You don't get to take care of your family and stuff like that. That's the main purpose, bro.
Yeah, I just want to get all the info I can, man, on that to have them go all in. You know, like they're really literally right there.
Jump.
Just take that jump and
take
go
that
all
jump,
in,
bro, and go all in, bro. Don't let them scare you.
Yeah,
don't never let them scare you. No, it's not, bro.
It's all communication.
I've been
Reply
doing
to the emails. Send the quote. Go where you see containers. That's where the work's at. Pull up.
Hey, like, look, man, I give you a better deal than what they giving you. Even though you got 100 containers coming in a month or a week or whatever, give me 2 to 3 of those. You know what I mean? I'll show you that I can get you to trust me, and then that's how you take away from a big company like that. You know what I mean? They don't care. They're gonna go take someone else's customer, but that's how you take their customer, bro.
Well, thanks for all that you shared.
Oh, man, you're more than welcome, bro. Thanks for having me on here. I really appreciate it.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
Don't be afraid, man. Take that next step. And again, bro, if y'all ever need any help trying to figure out what they want from you, reach out in my DM at Out of Town Kev, and I can help you out. And don't forget too that the clean truck people are there to help you.
Yeah, I didn't know they were there.
They are there, bro. They are
that.
there, bro.
Yeah.
Those 2 ladies are great. Go in there and talk to them. They can help you out. They helped me out a ton, bro. Even when I thought I was doing something wrong, they were like, no, just do it this way. Because there was something on there where it tells you have to have a bit done on your truck before you to go in there, but they don't if you have one truck.
Oh, see, there's little stuff like that.
Yeah, you got to say, this is my first time doing this, and saying that one quote, this is my first time. And that saves you a lot of a headache. So whenever you ready to, shit, come on, I'll show you. I'm pretty sure you know some big people.
See if we get back in.
Yeah, come on back, man. We miss you, man. You know, and I want to say thank you too, bro, for out there sharing the info too, even though you're not in there with us. Yeah, you play a big part too, bro. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, thank God I'm still I'm not trucking literally, but I'm still in trucking. You know, so like I said earlier, like trucking, there's a ton of opportunities in it. You know, so I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, and I'm glad to have you too,
my little
brother.
grain of sand, you know, like to contribute.
I remember when I first started following you, I'm like, bro, you gotta follow this guy, bro. He's giving out all the info, what's going on up there.
Trying.
Yeah, and you've been doing that, bro, for years, man, and it's consistent, bro. So I see you in your journey, bro, and I wish you nothing but good luck, bro. And I know you're gonna reach where you're trying to go.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah. We definitely pushing hard over here. So just this whole like podcast stuff, you know, like.
Oh man, I give you props, bro. This whole table is like nice, bro. You got a little thing set up, man. And from trucking, you got it, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Port Pro. Thank you for the sponsorship once again. Provided me the studio space, allowing me to interact with people like you and share your point of view. You know,
yeah, bro.
Just kind of gives everyone a voice to come and
try it out.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you so much.
All right,
and
for sure, man.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one, the next episode of the KONTAINEROZ podcast.
Yeah.
Peace.